give the floors to our moderator. Miss Rahim, time is yours.
All right, well, hello, good evening, everyone.
Evening.
How are you today? How's it going, everyone? Okay, so guys, today's discussion is quite interesting. It's about generalists and also specialists. Okay, let me share the screen first. Well, so everyone, today's discussion is about a generalist or a specialist. Choosing to be a generalist or a specialist in paving a better part of career. Okay, so before that, let's just get to know one by one from this audience. We have Mr. Budi. Hello, Mr. Budi.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Budi. Where are you from, Mr. Budi?
Oh, wait. Hello. Hello, Miss
Yeah, hello.
Sri Rahayu Sukma.
Yeah.
How can I call you? Miss Sri or Miss Rahayu?
Okay, let me just make it simple. You can just call me Sri.
Oh, Sri. Okay, Miss Sri. I so I just joined for this class in just now. Join this class, but I think I'm so shy because I feel a junior in here in here forum. So yeah, I can give I can give any opinion.
It's okay, sir. I just wanna know you. Let's just
Okay.
introduce yourself.
Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Budi Suroyo. I just I'm sorry. I joined in Bahasa Ku Inggris
Okay.
la, last a week at in speaking six.
Okay.
And as a student in Basaku, I think I didn't I what to say I didn't better for in English. So I just confused why I can join why I can join this class. What the requirement to join this class, because
All right.
I feel my English it just a little bit.
Oh no, your English sounds really good, Mr. Budi.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a discussion that we people always do this every week. Yeah, every Monday. Sorry, Sunday evening. So you may just join this event because it's for the public. Yeah, Mr. Kudori.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Kudori. Good evening. Good evening, Mr. Kudori, Miss Sri, and everyone.
Oh, right. Well,
Yeah, you can call me Budi. Miss Sri.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Budi. Nice
Yeah.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Budi. Okay, so
You're
we
welcome.
have another participant here. Yo, how to pronounce this? You or yo?
You can call me like Yo.
Yo. Okay. Yo.
Yeah.
Yo. What's up, bro?
Good here. So like just let me introduce myself.
All right. Well.
Okay, my name is Rio, and you guys can call me like Yo or Rio or something. And I live in Jakarta. To be
Uh-huh.
detailed, I live in Tibet.
Uh-huh.
But for now on, I live in Tondet,
Sorry, what was that?
which is in Jakarta Timur.
Oh, East Jakarta.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just a how to pronounce it? I'm just a
How
little
to
kid who's called in SMA N104.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, just that.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about my grammar or something. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Well, thank you. Yo, what was that? Yo, sorry. Yo, make it simple. Yeah, yo, yeah, okay. All right. So thank you, yo. We go to the next participant. We have Miss Sabrina Mawarfina. Hello, Miss.
Hello, Miss Sri and Mr. Kudori.
Hello there.
Okay, also I have to introduce myself.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, I'm Sabrina Marvina, but everyone can call me Mawar. Currently, I'm a teacher in secondary school in East Jakarta. Yeah, in public school called 104 Senior High School. And I just surprised that one of my students just attend this meeting. Hello, Rio.
Okay, Rio is a
Hi,
student. Well,
Yes.
Nice to see you in here discussion. Well, yeah, and currently I'm living in Condet, in East Jakarta too. So yeah, I'm here to improve my English, especially in speaking, so I can broaden my knowledge and escalate my speaking English. So that's all that I can say, Miss Sri.
okay. Well, so what subject do you teach, Miss Sabrina?
I'm teaching sociology subject.
Oh, sociology. Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Okay. Well, talking about sociology, maybe this discussion is related to your subject, I guess.
Maybe, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
bit, I guess.
All right.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much, Miss Sabrina. Okay, we have hello, Miss PC. Miss PC Fitrayanti. Hello there.
Hello, Miss.
Hey.
Yeah, let me
Yeah.
introduce myself. My name is Vici Fitrayanti. I live in Cipinang, East Jakarta. I work in private bank in Indonesia. Yeah, local
Okay. Local bank.
bank.
Okay, sounds great. Well, thank you so much for joining this agenda, this event, Miss PC.
Yeah, welcome, Miss Rahayu. I
Nice
call
to
you
meet you.
Miss Rahayu,
Yeah.
right?
how do you know my name?
Yeah, because the name of the Zoom name.
Sorry. Oh yeah, Sri Rahayu.
Yeah, Sri Rahayu Sukma.
Okay, Sri
Hello,
Rahayu
nice to
Sukma.
know you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too, Miss PC. Thank you so much, Miss PC. All right, well, we go to the next person. We have Shahrul El Jadi. Hello there.
Yeah, hello, Miss.
Okay, well, Mr. Shahrul, you may just introduce yourself.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Chef Sahrul. I am from Bandung. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you too, Mr. Shahrul.
Okay.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining this agenda. All right, well, we go to the next participant. We have, sorry, here the name of the account is Zoom1, but I don't know how to call you.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, you can call me
Yeah.
James or Scott, whatever you want.
James sounds. Awesome. All right. Well, so let me just know about you.
Yeah, my name is James Scott anyways, but that is not my original name, so I'm just creating my own self about that so into this meeting.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I think that's all for me.
Okay. All right. Well. Well, thank you so much, James. James. Well. Okay, we have Iqbal Mutak. Sorry, wait. Maybe I skipped Zoom Edu. Zoom Edu. How do I call you? How do I address you? Hello there, Zoom Edu. Miss. Okay, we go to the next. Hi, Mr. Iqbal Mutakin. Hello, Mr. Iqbal.
Hello.
Hi, Mr. Iqbal. How are you?
My name is not Mr. Iqbal Mutakir.
Okay. Okay, so how could I address you, Mr. Iqbal?
Oh, you can call me Iqbal.
Iqbal. Oh, that's it. All right. Where are you from, Mr. Iqbal?
I'm from Sulawesi.
Okay, from Sulawesi. Are you is everything okay, Mr. Iqbal?
Yes, everything is okay. Oh, by the way, I also bring another person that I have. He's my friend, and his name is Abdul Toar.
Abdul
So
Toar.
you can say hi to him as well.
Okay, well, Abdul Toar. Oh yeah, I see.
Thank you.
Oh, he's your friend. Hello, Mr. Abdul Toar.
Yeah, hello.
Okay, would you mind introducing yourself first, Mr. Abdul?
Yeah, I'm Toar, and recently my friend Iqbal asked me if I'm free to so he sent me Zoom link and I'm joined.
Okay, well, all right. So, Mr. Iqbal, right. So let's just talk a little bit about this topic, Mr. Iqbal. There are two things in this topic, in this discussion. First is generalist and the second is specialist. What kind of person are you, Mr. Iqbal? Sorry, Mr. Abdul. So sorry, I'm wrong to mention the name. What kind of person are you, Mr. Abdul?
Actually, you can call him Toar.
Oh, Toar, sorry.
No, it's Toar.
Toar.
I don't know, but I think I'm a generalist because sometimes I doing just I'm knowing something, but in the general things, not in too deeply.
Okay, see. So you are into generalist than to be a specialist, Mr. Toar. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well. Thank you so much, Mr. Toar. Yeah. Interesting name. Okay, so we have Miss Lydia Natalie Setiawan. Hello, Miss.
Hello, Miss.
Okay.
I choose to be actually I want to choose to be specialist, but I don't think like I have the capability to be a specialist right now, but in the future.
Okay, so Miss Natalie, would you mind telling us about yourself?
Oh, okay. My name is Livia. and I'm 28 years old. Right now, I'm studying in my master degree and chasing psychology, professional psychology
Okay.
for becoming a clinical psychologist. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So Miss Livia, not Tanya or Livia, Miss Livia. Yeah. All right. Are you working, Mr. Livia? Miss, sorry. Are you working?
Part-time job. Yeah.
Okay, part-time. It's kind of part-time job. All right. It's kind of, what is it the name? Yeah.
I teach English.
Freelancer, perhaps?
Yeah, freelancer.
Freelancer, yeah. I teach English and also sometimes I give a counseling to people, but as a peer counselor, not a psychologist because I haven't graduated yet.
Okay, see. So you're working while studying at university, Miss Livia. All right. Well.
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, wait. Now we go to the discussion. Wait, I don't know what's going on with me. All right. Well, specialist. Sorry, it's typo, guys. It's actually specialist. Well, guys, I give you the chance to give your opinion about this question. What do you know about specialists? Anyone wants to get this chance? You may just raise your hand. Raise your hand there and all right, James. All right, Mr. James. Hello, Mr. James.
Yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity right here. So I think what I know about a specialist is that specialist is a person who has a capability or who has a specialist or a specific knowledge about the thing. It can be like in different fields. It's like anyways in education, like we have like the first perhaps a bachelor or a master, or we can go to the next level like PhD right there, like that. So it's called specialist in PhD. So I think specialist here is that a person who really has um, capability of doing something, and the person or somebody who has really deep of knowledge. I think that is about specialist. Thank you.
All right. Well, I guess. Sorry. I see. Thank you so much, Mr. James. Okay. So we go to the next participant, Mr. I don't know this Mr. or Miss, but let me just call your name, Hafi Chan.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks
Mr.
for the
Hafi.
opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can call me Mr. Hafi. So, what I know about specialist is the person who has, the deep comprehension in such ability, and also being a specialist is the best one, because if we have the special capability in something, and we're gonna be the specialist, and people might recognize us easily, much easily than the other, or generalist or something like that, because when someone has these kind of things, and someone might always try to find the right person when they need help or doing something, and we need a specialist to do that. So if you just have the general things like you can do these things, but you're not specialist in that situation, but so maybe it's not recognizable easily. So that's my opinion about specialist.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Hafi. So from those opinions, can we just call it like, can we simplify it like specialist calls us an expert, Mr. Hafi or
Yes.
Mr. James? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's kind of the expert.
Okay. All right. So they prefer to be an expert by just focusing on one thing that they like or they are really interested in. Okay. Any else, guys? Any else wants to give opinion about specialist? Okay, no one? No one? All right. If there's no one, let's just go to the next. What about generalist? What about generalist? Any idea about this? Okay, Miss Livia. Miss Livia.
I guess this is interesting question, yeah, because many people think that being a specialist means that you are smarter than being a generalist, but I do believe that being a generalist is not easier than being a specialist, especially when you are expected to know about a lot of things that is not common for so many people, for people in general. But if you just become a specialist, I mean, you prefer about the depth of knowledge. But how about if you get it problems that require a lot of aspect of knowledge and a lot of things to uh, being gathered in one conclusion. So it means that you have to be a good general in whatever kind of job that you have, because people are so dynamic and their background is very unique and different with each other. And for me, like when I want to specialist in psychology, for example, like clinical psychology, but I cannot limit it my client in order to have problem just in clinical setting. Usually people come to me with any kind of problem from any kind of um, aspect of themselves. Then it means it can be overlapping with like health problem, like from the medical settings, or it can be from the educational problem about their learning problems or learning disorder. And I have to know about education also, like so many aspects. If you just thinking about how to become specialist without understanding the importance of being a generalist, it means that you reduce your reduce your maximum potential in learning so many things. And I guess being a generalist is really, really amazing if you can be a good one. So that's my opinion. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Miss Livia. Well, what about Miss Sabrina Mawarfina? Okay, Miss Sabrina.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity, Miss Sri. Well, as far as I know about a generalist, it's the opposite of a specialist, which means the person who has more several skills in several fields. So this kind of people or this kind of person who has not mastered in one specific skill or one specific field, instead of they are mastered in several fields. Like if people like being a generalist, they are tend to be happy to explore something new, and they to learn about several skill that they are really want to do. They are really into about several fields, but they are not mastered or they are not expert with those one of those skills. So in short, yeah, being a generalist is simply is not mastered in one field. That's all that I could say.
All right. Well, that's great, Miss Sabrina. Thank you so much for your opinion. All right, we have the next participant. Sorry, I didn't know how to pronounce this. Mr. Sohihuzini.
Thank you so much. Hello,
All right.
am I audible?
Yeah. Sorry, Mr. Sir. How to call your name in short?
Zihni, you can call my name by Zihni.
Zihni. Okay, Mr. Zihni, please.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Well, so basically this matters, this materials has been studied by my class several times ago, especially in cross cultures. So some countries tend to tend to put their mindset into specialists, and some other countries also put some mindset to be generalists. So let's say generalists, because I believe that specialist has been discussed just now, but generalist, in my opinion, is we can define that the one or they who are multitasking in doing something. You can say that they are not really specializing themselves into one major, but they can do everything. Like, yeah, for example, in education,
Okay.
it's still like some problematic, I think, when in senior school in the first grade they have to choose one specific major. Beside, they also have to find what they like. As the beginner in the senior school, they tend to be in the soshum or even scientech, like that. They need to find it. At least if the old policy implemented, they are given the opportunity in one class or 2 semesters to be generalists, which is they studied all materials, math, chemistry, physics, and others, economics. And in the class 2 or in the second grade, they can choose their own major. That's what we have to consider actually about generalists and also specialists. Some country, I don't know exactly at the time because it was very long time ago to study about this, which country which implement specialists exactly and generalists. I'm so sorry. Then I'm going to search about it then. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Zihni. Well, from this, we can just see, or we can just take a look on our education and education in Indonesia. Like, we don't only study one thing, but we don't tend to study that, but we have to study that. All right. Well, any else guys wants to give opinion? Okay, Mr. Iqbal, what about you?
All right. Thank you very much for the chance. And I would like to say I totally agree with all of us opinion before about specialist. And in my opinion, what about generalists? Commonly, somebody who becomes a generalist person, they will be a leader of a team. And it was really cool. And we cannot deny like what I forgot her name, but he say some of people just like underestimate people who are doing or working in generalist. So that's why being a generalist is also good because it has like another advantage for some people who wants to be a leader. Yeah, that's my opinion.
All right. Well, that's great, Mr. Iqbal. So being a journalist is not really interesting, but it can make us to behave in every environment around us. Yeah. Any else? No? All right. If there is no answers anymore, we go to the next topic. Okay. Well, so guys, the next question is, should I be more of a generalist or a specialist? Should I be more a generalist or specialist? Sorry, it's typo. Guys, what do you prefer? Do you prefer to be a generalist or specialist? All right, raise your hand if you want to answer. Yeah, Mr. Iqbal.
All right. For me, myself, should I be more of a generalist or specialist? I would prefer to be a specialist because just like you know that my major is computer science, and that means I need to be just a specialist in one programming because it would really help me to be a good programmer. So if this question gave to me, should I be more generalist or specialist? Absolutely, I would prefer to be a specialist. That's it.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Iqbal. That's really great. You would be a specialist than generalist. Well, what about Mr. Tommy Wisudawan? Sorry, how do I call you, Mr. Tommy or
Hello.
Wisudawan?
Just calling Tommy.
Okay, please, Mr. Tommy, your time.
Okay, thank you so much. Before I answer this question, we already hear the definition about the specialist or generalist, and then we know the previous speaker already tell for us, especially about the education system in Indonesia, especially, right? And I totally agree with what Indonesian government applied in our country, especially because for the first time we should be know a lot, right? We cannot specify ourselves in the first time, but we should be know more. We should be know everything because at the end you need to be more you need to be selected, but please don't be selected in the first time in your learning journey especially. And then so in my age right now, I need to be decided to as a specialist because I already know about the generalist one. And I know, especially in my surrounding environment, in my field experiences, and so on, I know the basic idea. I know the basic knowledge about my my field, especially. Maybe if I can tell to you is if you are a worker, especially, and then you are placed to be as a manager, for example, and you need to be understand about the project management, right? And then at maybe at the sometimes you need to be know in deep. Even though you are a project manager, you need to be skilled, or you need to be equip yourself by 1, 2, or 3 the specific knowledge, the specific skills to be, yeah, that's is your privilege, and others have not the same knowledge with you. For maybe you are a project manager, you are a manager, but you come from finance department previously, so of course you know more about finance than the other manager coming from the different department. So at the moment, I think people should be decided to be as a specialist, especially for me. Yeah. So if you asking me about the second question, yeah, I will be choose as a specialist. But just to suggest for anyone in here room, at the first time, I think we should not to be decide to be as a specialist. Yeah, if you are still explore, but if you already decided you have a specific passion for the specific fields, it's good for to be decided as a specialist. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Mr. Tommy. So the lesson that we can take, as long as you experience, so you are going to know what is your purpose, yeah, or what is your goal. Okay, well, next participant, we have Mr. Hudori. What about you, Mr. Hudori?
Yeah, thanks for the chance given, Miss Rahayu. I would like to, how to say, talk. Everything is more is not good. Yeah, essentially everything is more is not good. But in this case, I totally agree with what Mr. Tommy said. When we have a step of doing or exploring or scale up our creativity, it depends on the age as well. When we are 20 years old to 25 or to 30, yeah, it doesn't matter to be generalized to find what our specialist is, or what the thing that we have done, many things what we have experienced in everything, to find, to explore creativity, to explore, to find too many experience to get experiments, do too many experiments to get many experiences. Yeah, I guess because when we have been mastered, or when we have been specialists earlier, let's say specializing early, we talk about the short term and long term. Yeah, when we have been master, for instance, you have been master for about a program, we have to think by long term or short term. But when we have been when we have experienced a lot, we can how to say, we can scale up to be specialist. Maybe it can be more. Yeah, in this case, I don't know what should I choose. Yeah, at least when we are still young, or when we have how to say, many opportunities, we try to be generalist to find everything, to explore our creativity. Then we can decide it what we need, or what what the thing will accompany us when we have been mature or adult. Thank you.
Okay, well, Mr. Hudori, so we need to get more experiences so we can decide what is the best, what is the worst thing for us. Okay, well, next we have, sorry, James. Yeah, Mr. James, hello.
Yeah. Okay. So I have to point out views right here. The first, perhaps I'm gonna be specialist, but the second one I'm gonna be the generalist. Why I say that? Because I think my 2 point of views right here are the first, when we are working or when we are pursuing a bachelor or in one field, let's say for example, or for instance, we are studying in medical school, okay, and I think if already I mean, like, all of us are taking medical school or anything, or even like education, let's say, or chemistry or physics, I think all of them will take a specialist. They want to be specialist in the one field because they don't want to be a generalist. Or I think to be a specialist, yeah, I mean, doesn't mean it's very easy, because we need to solve complicated problems or others instead of generalist. And why other people or many of the previous speakers to be specialists too, I think, like, they think that they are working in one field, so they choose to be a specialist. Yeah, me too, actually. When I'm pursuing medical school, of course, I have a dream, or in my career, in my path career, to be specialist, because I think we are gonna have a deep comprehension or a deep knowledge about what we are taking of the major or the field. But and my second point of view is here to solve the problems in the world or out of our major. It's like from experiencing of our life. For example, when we are when we're trying to solve our problem in daily needs in our society or others, I think we need to learn more experiences, and we need to be a generalist, because we cannot think, or we cannot solve the problem, or we cannot see the problem for one point of view. Okay, so for example, like I am from a medical school, and others from another field, and they, of course, and surely, that they will think differently. Perhaps my point of view, I will say, or I will think like this, but in their disciplines of knowledge, they will think like this, different opinion with me. So because of that, I think we need to know, I mean, some general aspects or general subjects for solving or for resolving our problem in the real life. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, well, so if you are into generalist, you will know many things or many problems, and you know how to fix it. Yeah, you know every way to fix that problem. Well, any else, guys? Oh yeah, Rio. Hello, Rio.
Hello.
Hello.
So, in my opinion about a generalist or specialist, and yeah, I can't say which one's better, like generalist or specialist, but talking about generalists and specialists in a career, like successful companies, I can use both generalists and specialists to carry out their daily operation. Like the two vary in the fastness of knowledge to work on both large scale and more intricate projects. So like specialists have a deep understanding of a certain content area, while generalists have a more broad scope of knowledge within their own industry or across disciplines. Someone who specializes in one subject may focus all their energy on learning and staying up to date on it. Meanwhile, a generalist learns various skills that may apply in different fields. For example, a generalist may learn SEO, copywriting, and social media management skills to use in multiple industries like marketing or business development. But in contrast, while a technical copywriter may focus on the specific details of writing about technology, hardware, and system. Okay, that's all for me. So the point is, I can't say which one is better, like generalist or specialist. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Rio. Okay, so we go to the next participant, Toar. Sorry, Toar. Hello?
Yeah. Hello.
Yep.
I think I will be more in specialist, but sometimes we need more, like we are when we bored with our job or our bidang, so maybe we will find something and exploring. So I will be choose being specialist, but sometimes I will combine it with being a generalist for exploring more to improve myself, and yeah, to exploring. So I will be more in specialist, and yeah, sometimes yeah, be more
Okay.
in generalist. Okay.
All right. Okay, well, I see. So being a generalist while exploring ourselves, yeah, it's great. It's great decision from, sorry, Toar. All right, well, any else, guys? No one? Any additional opinion from you? No? Okay, Mr. Budi. Well, your turn, Mr. Budi. Hello, Mr. Budi, can you hear me? Am I audible?
Hello.
Yeah, what do you think
Hello.
about
Okay. Thank you for the opportunity. In my opinion, based on my experience, I think there is no specialist in only one discipline. Because if we, let's say, if we work in a company, we need to be gonna be generalist, because our tasks, uh, uh, so many tasks we must can be done. So you need to be a generalist, but you can strengthen in one discipline.
Okay.
What you what our feel, what our thing, it can it 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 your strength, your talent, like that. And in when your career grow up, you must have a helicopter view. So your helicopter view, it's up to. So if you have just only one discipline, it's difficult to growing up your career, because uh, I just have advice to to be a success in the future. We can we can to be generalist, but strengthen uh, you're the best, the talent, and uh, you can add your skill with leadership, like that. And I mean about the how to manage uh, what is what to manage something. And I think it can help in your career. That is my opinion, based on my experience. Thank you.
Okay, well, Mr. Budi. Okay, thank you so much. All right. So any else, guys, wants to give additional opinion? No?
Mr. Tommy, I guess he is still raising his hand.
Mr. Tommy, what about you? Do you want to give additional opinion about this? No?
Yeah, just to emphasize what I said previously. At the end, you will be as a specialist. Okay, because if especially if you are a worker, or you are a doctor, or you are as a teacher, especially, so you need to be as decide to be as a specialist in 1, 2, or 3 field that refer to what we call is certification, right? You know, in the especially for a worker, it's good for you, and it can leverage your salary maybe, or it can be leverage your position in one company if you have a certification. And you know, certification is really close with the speciality. Yeah, it's the speciality. So at the end, every person, every expert, everyone that have the knowledge, for example, at the end they should be as a specialist. That's my additional information. Thank you.
Oh, all right. Well. So if you are verified, it's going to be easy for you to just focus and will be accepted in every field in the work in your at work. Yeah, Mr. Tommy. Okay. All right. No additional opinion. We go to the next discussion. Well, do you think there is a silver bullet for future proving your career? Anyone who wants to give opinion, just raise your hand. No one? So guys, no one wants to give opinion about this.
Can you explain more about silver bullet?
Okay, well, all right, well. So silver bullet here is like a simple and seemingly magical solution to a complicated problem. So it's like maybe from being a specialist or maybe for being a generalist, it's so it's a simple how to say it's like it's a simple or seemingly magical solution to a complicated problem. It's like maybe you are not going to be accepted because you are a specialist, so they are going to be like, oh, you are required or you can be accepted or something like that. Or maybe when you are a generalist but you can do specialist thing, people will always trust to you to give the job. So what do you think about that? Anyone wants to give opinion? No? Okay, Mr. Tommy.
Okay, sorry for taking the first chance. Okay, this is good question, I think, about the silver bullet for future proofing, especially for career. Yeah, you know, the only instant in our life is only noodles, right?
Yeah.
I can say the bread is Indomie, right? Indomie is the only instant. But even though Indomie itself, we need to be boiled first and then mix up with the others, maybe with rice and something else. So we need to be mixed up with others first to be as delicious Indomie. So I don't believe if in our, especially for career, they have easy way or silver bullet for future proofing, because I think it's not only for career. It's can be applied for in the other environment as well. For example, if you are an athlete or you are a doctor, teacher, or something like that, you need to have the people said about the muscle memory, right? You need to have a lot of iteration in your capabilities, in your skill, in your experiences. So if you have, maybe if you are a basketball player, you need to be train yourself to shoot the ball maybe 1,000 balls every day in a whole life you have. So you, after that, maybe after 3 years, you can be, yeah, shoot the ball without see. You can shot the ball and the ball will be entering the basket with the closed eyes, something like that. So I think you need to be trained, you need to be practice more, and then your surrounding environment will be see if you accepted and accepted to sign up as a expert. You, they will be agree if you have the proven experience by them. So that's why I call the gold palette, yeah. Gold palette, not instant, not
silver.
instant.
Okay.
Yeah, not only silver. Yeah. It's hard to be accepted by people as a expert, right? Because expert is have a lot of responsibility, right? So people need to be rely on you, rely on you with the specific matters, something like that. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Tommy. Okay, what about Mr. Hudori?
Yeah, thank you. And I guess it looks like we find a core value in our life. What is the value when, what is our value to make many people know me or know us? What is the specific? It looks like I got it. I shape and T shape. What is that? Being I shape, it means that we are specializing in one subject. But when we have been I shape, it's not good to explore more. It means that we have satisfied or we have enough subject to know one thing. But we can be T-shaped. It means that when we have been specializing in one subject, we try to be generalized to add added value. It means that, for instance, our my core value is I like sharing, but how to say, getting getting other knowledge. I have to learn about economic, politics, art, psychology, and something like that. But my core value is sharing, especially in education sector. But I guess it can be a T-shape, to deep about one subject, but to explore more, not being one specialization, we add by being generalized. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Mr. Hudori. All right, so let's listen to Miss Sabrina. What do you think about this? As a worker, yeah, as a worker as well.
Okay, well, I want to edit some information regarding Miss Ku statement about T-shaped mean. Yeah, for everyone who doesn't know what T-shaped means, is T-shaped skills is like a person who has several knowledge in several fields, and also at the same time they are mastered in one of those fields. So yeah, it's like a horizontal line, and also there's a vertical line. So it can be defined as T-shaped skills. So I don't know, I have no idea to define myself a T-shaped man or not, but I used to a generalist when I was in university. And based on my experiences when I joined a student council organization, and my position at that time being a head of communication and media division, I have to capable for several activities which related to the what I'm trying to say is, yeah, it's related to the design graphic, making an illustration or poster, like, yeah, like a design graphics, and what else, yeah, trying to capture a moment at the same time, and also trying to edit the video for the events. So I defined myself at that time, become a generalist. But when I graduated from my university, I become a teacher, which means I have to be more specific person. Like I have to master in study my discipline studies in sociology, but I'm concerned that I have to be a T-shaped man where I where I can elaborate my several skill and my specific skill to overcome the problem when I'm teaching in the class. Such I have to be a illustrator or design graphic, but yeah, I have to have the illustration or editing skill to make a model for my student and make an interactive learning process. So the other, I have to build my what is it, interpersonal skill to communicate and interact with my students, and also at the same time I have to mastered in my social studies. Yeah, I have to mastered in my discipline studies in sociology. So yeah, the T-shape is in short, the T-shape is the solution for being a teacher or or for workers. So we can collaborate several skill, but we have to make sure that we have the what is it, the one specific skill, yeah, to make the uniqueness of ourselves and to overcome what the hardest things that we might face. So yeah, in short, as being a teacher, I have to do some several skill like editing or illustrating something for module. The second one, I have to sharpen my interpersonal skill, and the other one I have to what is it, yeah, mastered in my discipline study. And I have to specific my skill in interpersonal skill, because I have to communicate directly and approach my student by interpersonal skill. I think that's, yeah, the one of this skill is quite significant for me, because I can interact and communicate with them properly. So yeah, this shapes skill is quite significant for workers, I guess. Thank you, Miss.
All right, interpersonal skill. All right, well, thank you so much, Miss Sabrina. So anyone wants to give opinion, guys? No? Okay. No one wants to give additional opinion? All right, if there is no one, let's just go to the next. How can becoming a generalist allow you to pivot or stay resilient through change? Okay, wants to give opinion, guys? Okay, Mr. Sunshine.
Okay, am I audible? Can you hear me? Voice?
Yeah, it's clear.
To my way of thinking, being generalist means that we have that flexibility in moving to any directions we want. Being generalist means that we are capable of understanding and discerning any topics, even though probably it's going to be a little bit challenging to dig deeper toward particular topics. Okay, for example, if some friends ask me about, or if some of my coworkers have a very hot discussions on it's like Premier League, and one of them, my female's colleague, talk more or discuss more about Korean movies. Okay, so um, being generalist means that I can also take in part in those two discussion, even though I mean like I can set an image for myself, okay, to mix in with them and being communicative and having strong built-in interpersonal skill can be very particularly by being generalist, and that's somehow going to be quite imposing for specialists. I think that's my comment on this.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Sunshine. What about others? How can becoming a generalist allow you to pivot or stay resilient through chance? Okay, Mr. Satrio, please.
You, am I audible?
Yep, you're audible. You are audible enough and it's clear.
Well, in my own perspective, I could say that becoming a generalist is like a chance, and also the advantages of the young people, especially millennials and also Generation Z, that we all already know as a power of the our population. And then I could say that in the current situation of the industry, people are be required to be a flexible people. We need to master one thing in the field, but on the other hand, we have to be like we need to do something to make meaningful in our office, for example, or maybe we also need to surround ourselves with the many advantages skill. So I guess we need to be like a flexible people in order to pivot and stay resilient through the chance in our life. That's all.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Satrio. We also need to be flexible, Mr. Satrio. Okay. Next person who wants to give opinion. No one. Okay, no one. No one wants to give opinion. We go to the next question. Well, can a generalist or a specialist create their own job? Can a generalist or specialist create their own job? So generalists or specialists don't work to the company or maybe corporate. They just create their own job. What do you think about that, guys? Who wants to give opinion? Raise your hand. Well, Mr. Satrio, what do you think?
Well, for me, it's a quite hard question, but I can try to ask based on my perspective. It depends on the field of job. For example, the lawyer, it's like a specialist job, and then they also able to create their own job and to require many people from Bachelor of Law to work on the office. But in some case, I think becoming a generalist is also like the advantageous thing for people who wants to creating a job. I could say that becoming a generalist is like some managerial advantages because we already know that many of the top management of the company, they are not a specialist one, they are not a technical one, they they are I guess they are a kind of people that has a generalist things on their own self. So I but now I couldn't say what is the better becoming a generalist or a specialist for creating a job. Um, for me, I can choose both of them. I also need to be a specialist, but on the other way, I also need to be a generalist. So, thank you.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, well, so now we go to, no one wants to give opinion, guys. Let me just ask one of you guys one of you, I'm gonna choose the person who hasn't given opinion yet. Okay, let's just start from Mr. Shahrul El Jadi. What do you think about this, Mr. Shahrul?
Okay, Ms. Ayu, thank you for the opportunity to deliver my opinion. I think becoming a generalist, we can create our own job because while being a generalist, you can be specialist also. Example, when you are generalist many things, and you have of course, if you make your own job, you will need a partner which is specialist, so you can be a specialist by learning with your partner. Thank you, Miss Ayu.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Shahrul. Well, so even it's generalist or specialist, they can create their own job. Yeah, Mr. Shahrul, are you working, Mr. Shahrul? Are you working?
Can you repeat your questions?
Are you working?
Yeah, I'm working.
You work or you have your own business or you have your own job?
Yeah.
Which one?
Okay, thank you.
All right, well, thank you so much, Mr. Shahrul. Well, next person that I hasn't heard yet the voice. Let's listen to Miss Sophie. Miss Sophie, hello there. Miss Sophie, can you hear me? Okay, no one is there probably. Mr. Febri, he or him? Mr. Febri, what about you?
Yeah, I follow Mr. Sahrul's perspective.
Okay.
Since I guess generalists or specialists can create their own job.
Okay, so they can create their own job.
Yeah.
So are you working, Mr. Febri?
Yes, I'm working.
Okay, so you work at a company or you do your own work? You do your own job?
I work in a company.
And what do you think about that? Are you a specialist or generalist?
I can say that I am still generalist because, you know, being a specialist is not that easy. I mean, we could say that we want to be a specialist, but once you declare you are a specialist means that you have something that it belongs to you. I mean, there's no one can do that besides you. Just you only can do it. So that's, I guess, the main. I mean, the meaning of being a specialist. So that's maybe some companies, or maybe a company, if our people, a company can pay you a higher salary. That's, but for general, I don't know. I do like being a generalist because I feel that I can't like not really expert, but I know some fields that I think it will be useful for me to improve myself. Maybe what we are really into today, it's not really what we are going to be in the future. I mean, let's say that maybe I'm an engineering graduate, but I don't think I'm not really I'm really open-minded. Maybe in the future I will go to other fields that can build myself a bigger, something like that.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Mr. Febri.
Thank you.
Well, so let's listen to the next participant, Miss Fisi. Miss Fisi. Hello, Miss Fisi. Are you there? Okay, no one wants to give the last opinion about this question, guys? No one? Well, if there's no one wants to give opinion, let's move to the next part. Okay, what is the positive impact of being a specialist or generalist? What is the positive impact of being a specialist or generalist? Raise your hand for answering. Guys, what do you think about this? Who wants to give opinion? Okay, Mr. Febri.
Okay, if no one, then I will. I guess the positive impact of being a specialist is maybe people are always rely on you. I mean, you are reliable to do or to solve problems specifically. I guess that's the reason why you are paid a lot of money. And what is the positive impact of being generalist? I guess you can improve yourself, or you can like widen you can widen your ability to learn a lot of things. Maybe let's say in engineering, you can go with the environment engineering, or chemical engineering, or biochemical engineering, or biochemistry engineering, or something like that. You know that you are not on that field only. You can go bigger. You can go wider. Something. Thank you.
Okay, well, Mr. Febri, thank you so much. Anyone, guys, wants to give opinion? No? Okay, let me choose one of you. Mr. GNR.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just back to my seat because I just away and listen the conversation. So the question is about what is the positive impact?
Yeah.
Maybe I skip first for the question because I still what is learn what is the discussion about.
Okay.
I
All
will try
right.
answer or what is, share my opinion after this.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Mr. GNR. What about others? No additional opinion about this? Okay, no? All right, what about the negative impact of being a specialist or generalist? What about the negative
Mr. Iqbal
impact?
has been raising his hand to answer positive
Oh,
impact.
oh, sorry, Mr. Iqbal. Which one do you want to answer? The first question?
I just raised my hand for the positive impact, but suddenly you came the slide, but it's okay. So let me try to answer for the positive impact first, right?
Yeah, I'll let you to answer both.
Oh, okay, let me try to answer it first. When we become a generalist, actually, like there are many advantages for, let me say, it's a positive impact. For the first one, like absolutely when we become a generalist, we will know everything. Like some people say that before, we will not everything, but unfortunately, okay, unfortunately, it's just about the basic. But we can also say that it's the negative impact when we become a generalist because we just know the basic of everything, and that's what that will be different when we become a specialist. Absolutely, exactly. We will know something specifically. So yeah, that's the positive for generalist and specialist. And for generalists, when we decide or when we make a decision, we will make a good decision because we see the problem in every side or like from every field. And yeah, that's a good thing for the positive impact when we are a generalist person. And for specialists, because we mentioned it, somebody who is good at something, or we can call it as an expert. It means the person has a good capability of that one or that thing. So that's the positive impact because when we become a specialist, it means we are really good at that one. But unfortunately, when like example, when we are working in a company and suddenly the CEO or the manager just us to be just us to be the leader, it will hard for us to be a leader when we are a specialist because we just know about one thing. So yeah, that's the negative impact for specialists. And another positive impact for specialists, commonly in several companies, the let me say the salary for specialists is high. The person is really like expert of that one, and why some company decide to just generally and hire them to be their employee because some people say commonly the salary of generalists is like not really high than specialists. So that's my opinion about the positive and the negative impact when we become a specialist or generalist. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Iqbal. That's really great. Anyone wants to give opinion or any addition from you guys? No? No addition. All right, well, we go to the next question. Be a generalist or, sorry, be a specialist or generalist, which is better, and tell me the reason. Wow, Miss Livia.
I think it's depend on the people's capability and if they have to do a lot of things or just be the best person in one thing. If the people have the potential to do a lot of great things in space, they can choose to be a general. And if they want new things and always uh, excitingness to learn so many new things in their life, they can be a very good generalist. But if people only have one passion or one specific skill, would like to go deeper, it's better for them to be a specialist. For example, also, if you are in medical settings, like becoming a doctor, I think it's better to be a specialist because the more specific you can treat some disease or some health condition, it will be better for the patient. Because if you just a general, your treatment will not be as perfect as the way you can treat them if you take the specialist education. But if you become just like consultant or customer service, I guess it can be a better choice if you have like handles many kind of customers with a lot of different problems. You have the solution for everything, like you can be a one-stop solution for them. I think that's amazing too. So for me, it really depends on people capabilities, their job department, their job roles, and how specific they must um, mastering skill in order to give the best service to the customer. Thank you.
All right, well, that's great. Thank you so much, Miss Livia. Well, next, Mr. Satrio, what about you?
Okay, thank you. I will try to answer. What is the best, becoming a specialist or the generalist? I think because we live in the new era, the era of everything, the era of the internet, and the era of the collaboration. So we cannot only master one thing or master in only one field. We live in the era of everything, so we need to have ability uh, to to be a collaboration and how to negotiate and know how to communicate to each other. And on the other hand, I cannot say that becoming a generalist is the best way of a career path. Honestly, I could say also that we need to master a thing, but we also need to open our perspective and our point of view from learning new things, so that we can be a specialist, but we also can be a generalist for many things. Yeah, it's for me. Thank you.
Okay, well, all right, well, thank you so much, Mr. Satrio. So what about Mr. James?
Okay,
James?
I think I have the same opinion as what Miss Olivia was telling about us. First, again and again, I think I cannot choose or pick which one is the best to be a specialist or to be a generalist because I think it depends on what we are concerned about or in what field we are working in. So the first, for example, if we are working in like a medical, like to be a specific as cancer doctor, or let's say, or to be have a more deep or to have a deeper knowledge. So we should I think the best choice is us to be a specialist, because being a specialist, instead of having a broad knowledge or deeper knowledge, we will get a high salary in this field, or if we are being a specialist. But in other hand, if we are a generalist, I think, for example, a generalist can be like a psychologist or a consultant, right? So if we are a generalist, or if we are a psychologist, consultant, or we are a leader of a company, of course, a generalist is the best choice, because being a generalist here, we need to take a look, or we need to resolve some problems in our company, or to our partners, because everyone who is facing us, or everyone who is coming to us, I think they will have different problems. So that being generalist here is really needed, because we need to resolve the problem from different looks, or viewpoints. I think that's all.
All right. Well, that's great, Miss. Sorry. That's great, sir. Thank you so much. So we go to the next, Mr. Febri. What about you? Mr. Febri?
Right. Yeah. Oh, okay. What was the question? Be a special. Oh, okay. When it comes to these questions, I remember I watched a YouTube channel of Gita Wirjawan a couple of weeks ago with Maudi Ayunda, and on that channel, Pak Wirjawan, if I'm not mistaken, uh, he talks about the two books, Outliers by Malcolm, and also Range by David Epstein, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, the two books, they tell about, what do we call, being a specializer. So the first one, early specializer, and the second one, late specializer. So I just want to point out that every generalist, maybe in the future, can be a specialist. We call it late specialist, because they have known already that what they want to, what they are focusing on, or they want to focus on something. But maybe what we have to know, I mean, like in Indonesia, let's say that we are just like a late specializer, because yeah, maybe the education system that we have today, where uh, it requires us to learn a lot of things. I mean, chemistry, math, English, anything else. And so that's the reason why we are uh, lead specializers. Uh, I mean, uh, maybe what I want to say, which one do you want to choose? You want to be a early specializer, or maybe late specializer? Both of them are good. Uh, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, well. Okay, well, thank you so much, Mr. Febri. All right, so what about Mr. Shahrul?
Okay, thank you for the time, Ms. Ayu. I think being a generalist in my age is the best choice, because in my age I still must explore many things, and I think being the owner, or being a boss or a leader, we have to be generalist, because a specialist will apply their CV to our company like that. And if we are generalists, we have big opportunity to to be specialist in many things, because maybe now I am a generalist, but maybe in my 30 years old,
Okay. All right, Mr. Shahrul is left. All right, so what about Mr. Jan R?
Yeah. Thank you for the change opportunity to I speak. So I just learn about what is the topic tonight, and the question is about this be a specialist or a generalist. So it's related to our job, right? Which is better, and tell me the reason. So in my opinion, the important thing is about to us follow our heart and our passion, right? When making a decision, whatever the subject that we study. So we just consider the requirement that if we have a passion, that maybe a future deciding about generalist or specialist. So I mean, like this condition, like the job market is constantly changing, right? It's not constant. It's not always the market maybe have looking for a generalist, or maybe the market is always looking for specialists. So it's depend on the situation. But the important thing I suppose is to follow our heart and our passion if it relate with our job. Like maybe like the example, or maybe other opinion lah. Maybe someone say like a doctor. Yeah, it's very important to be specialist, because when if you want to be like a high salary, maybe you must be a specialist, because the more knowledge that you have, and it's about the practical is different with the people who only graduate in general. I mean, just fresh grade as a doctor, right? So like me, I maybe am a civil servant. If there is so many disadvantages or may advantages, so it's about our point of view, right? Like maybe if we want to stay struggle, or maybe stay in our position now, like me, I am in Jakarta, and this possible to have rotate, like a mutation, something like that. So if you cannot like improve, or maybe maintain your performance, it's possible to move to maybe remote area, something like that. Or maybe if you have what is incredible performance, it could be you have a promotion, right? And then sometimes if you you feel, maybe you feel bored, or maybe you feel exhausted about the job. So I suppose like be generous is okay, because we suppose we want someone change us, right, in our position. Like maybe we are in finance. Some people like doesn't like in finance, like what is in English, perbendaharaan is like, what's in English, I don't know. Financial is like very hectic, right, and very sensitive. And somebody like my friend what is involved at that deputies, he or she thinks not their patient. So I just want to be a generalized in that knowledge. So they just hope to be replaced with another college. So I suppose it's not about what is the important be generalist or generalist or specialist. It's about what is our patient. If our patient is really matter, like maybe you are consultant something, so it's very essential to be a specialist, right? When you have more knowledge, so you can reach more client, and you can have a lot of jobs, so you can make money. So it depends on our point of view, and our position now. So this is my answer. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Actually, how do I call you, Mr. G and R?
Yeah, just call me GNR. It's okay.
GNR. All right. Well, thank you so much, Mr. GNR. All right. So the next, the last. Well, because our time is over, I'd like to know the closing statement of from you guys, of our meeting today or our discussion today. Who wants to give the closing statement or who wants to give the conclusion of our discussion today? I'd like you to raise your hand. No one? Okay, Mr. GNR.
I think Mr. Hu want to speak, but I don't know why he hesitate. Yeah, maybe this is very interesting topic, Miss Sri Rahayu Sukma, but unfortunately I can attend in on time, so I just be good listener. So I think this topic is related to our condition now, yeah, especially when we are maybe a fresh grade, or maybe just fresh grade, or maybe just involved in our career. I mean, we just work as career woman or career man. So be a specialist or generalist is like I said, which depend on. So if you want, I think the more important in nowadays is about hustling, right? Like this, like we can speak English well, and we can make a link and make the important is about link. So become specialist generalist, like if we are doctor, like I said before, it's hard to become only generalized, because the knowledge is, I think is, we can achieve that knowledge if we take informal education. It's hard to get that knowledge like in this community, or maybe we just engaging with someone, or maybe based on experience. But I mean, the conclusion is about this topic is very relate about our condition now. If we want, especially if young generation, right? If you want to make a money, I think this topic is very relate. So just for decide, decide what is our passion. So I suppose what is our passion, what is our dreams that we love, it will impact to our job, right? I mean, if you are not patient with your job now, it's hard to be a specialist, right? And then if you are already a specialist, and then the market now is like have a need maybe another point of view. So it's like the point of view is like, it's not your best knowledge, it's not your specialist, so you must learn again, right, with about what is the new knowledge. So just don't be, what can I say, like be arrogant about yourself, that I am specialist, that I don't want learn anything new, that because I'm specialist in the in the subject. So if you want struggle or maybe make money, it's like wise to be to ask to learn again about another, there's something that new to us. So this topic is very interesting, and I suppose it's related to our condition now, especially for young generation. I mean, generasi millennial, something. Thank
Young
you.
generation. All right. Well, thank you so much, Mr. GNR. Okay, the last one, guys. The last one from you, guys. The conclusion, please. Who wants to conclude our discussion today? Mr. Who can conclude every topic in a romantic way? No? Okay, the last one. The last one, guys. No one wants to give a conclusion for the last.
Let me try.
All right, Mr. Iqbal, please.
Okay. So whatever you want to be, being generalist or specialist, it doesn't matter because in the end of our decision, we will complete each other. Generalists will complete specialists and also specialists with help generalists to make the work be a good thing. So yeah, you must be grateful. You must be proud of your decision. Being generalist or specialist, it's a wonderful thing from our.
All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone. So being generalist and specialist, depending on the person, all right, lovers spend tonight. Okay, so from this discussion that we know many people are into specialist and also they are also into generalist as well, because not only I mean, like, not all people can be just specialists, but they can be both when they need it or when they want to behave, when they want to work at at a company or something like that. They need both skill to improve themselves. Even a journalist is the way to improve ourselves when we want to know what we are into. And when we become a specialist, it doesn't mean that we are not into generalists. We also can be the generalist. When we are a good leader, we are a generalist. But if you want to be an expert, we are a specialist. All right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for this discussion tonight. And back to Mr. Hudori.
Well, it's such a fascinating discussion to talk about being specialist or generalist. Yeah, it depends on what kind of patient or subject that we, how to say, we focus on. Yeah, being specialist, it's fine for all of you, and also being generalist is also fine. Being generalist and specialist are an option. But before we, how to say, I have some corrections, but not much because I really enthusiastic about this discussion because some of you are active in this discussion, but I guess I got, how to say, some vocabularies that we can improve our English skill here. Hey, what's that? Sorry. Perbendaharaan, treasury. And then last time Mr. Sunshine said imposed. What is the meaning of imposed? Membebankan or memaksa or menjatuhkan. That's one. But I heard some of you use I think. Nah, the way how to say I think, I guess we try to use another way. I assume, I supposed. In my opinion, what else? I guess I reckon as far as as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, yeah, we can use another way to say or synonym to increase our, how to say, our speaking skill. Jadi bisa menggunakan another way to say, cara lain mengungkapkan ya. Jadi tidak hanya I think. Moreover, when we have, how to say, joined the discussion for long, nah sudah ikut diskusinya lama, setidaknya menggunakan another way to say I think biar ada perkembangan. Oke, sebelum kita akhiri diskusinya, setidaknya kita mendokumentasikan dulu. I wish you to all of you that you are ready to take a picture together. I wish you to open your good-looking face. Mr. Sahrul, Mr. Budi, Miss Sophie, Mr. Febri, Miss Fiti, how to say? Yo, Yuti, Hafi Chan, Abdul Tohar, Zoom. Hello, Zoom, Mr. Iqbal, Miss Mawar, Mr. Sunshine. Okay, only Abdul Tohar, Mr. Ota, Mr. Ota is my name. Oh my God. Miss Sri, if you open your camera, I haven't seen some of your face. I guess. Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, it's audible. Actually, I'm curious about the name. Only point there.
What?
Without the name.
Without the name, point. Okay, point. Who is point? Hello.
Just point there.
Point,
It's
point.
point blank.
Point blank. Okay, I guess I will capture by counting 100. 100. Okay, again. Try. Change style. I don't know. I cannot see your face one by one. Miss Ayu. I cannot see your face. It's all my connection or what?
Seriously?
Yeah. Could you help me to capture because I cannot see your face.
Okay, well, wait for a moment. Okay, 1, 2, 3, guys, say cheers. Okay, once more. 1, 2, 3. All right, done. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much. Yeah, before thank you, Miss Ayu. Before we close our discussion today, we have how to say yell yell. It looks like we are going to war. Okay, when I say OTA community, all of you answered yesterday, you say tomorrow. OTA community? Yesterday,
you
you say
tomorrow.
tomorrow. Okay, thank you. Bye bye. See you next week with another
Thank you,
topic.
Ota.
Bye bye.
Thank you, Mr.
See
Budi.
ya.
Bye.
Thank you, Mr.
Yes,
Bye.
right.